Rossi
Yeah.
over here was infatuated with all your tattoos. He kept telling me, man, bro, he's got like 100 and something tattoos.
I can't have any tattoos. I've got freckles. I don't think I look very good.
Can you imagine?
Right.
You've got like over 100, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, I actually just posted that like 10-year challenge they had.
Yeah.
And I had 10 years ago, it was still tattoos, but it was way less tattoos. I think everything like elbow up I didn't have, so I was like getting tattoos just so like for t-shirts, so you could see from the elbow down and it looked like I was really blasted. But then when I took my shirt off, I like had one stomach tattoo, one like neck tattoo. But 10 years, well, it actually didn't take that long. I was looking at the pictures in like 2010, then I was completely covered.
Have you seen that graph of the tattoo pain level where it hurts the most?
Nah, I wish I saw that.
Where did you say it hurt the most?
I didn't get to prepare myself. I had to just
Figure
take
it out.
right. But the hands, fingers.
Yeah, bones,
thin,
man.
No, where there's no fat.
How long have you had the tattoos on your face for?
Long enough to where my mother slapped me in the face.
What?
I think maybe 2010.
So the reason why I asked that is now with obviously Post Malone and now Bieber's got it, like it's become this fad of just getting like, oh, I'm going to get them.
Well, in LA, like for me, I was late. So like 2010, when I was like, you know what I'm saying, just in my 20s, I think I had a lot of friends who were way younger than me, fully face blasted, and I was looking at them crazy like, bro, you don't even have a goal. Or I at least knew what I was trying to do in life, and so I kind of like used that as motivation. Like I always wanted to get tatted. I used to work at a tattoo shop when I was 16, so from there it was right around the corner. My mom signed the papers off for one time, but she didn't really read the contract. It kind of didn't just say one time. It was kind of whenever you want to come back. So I would just go back and work for tattoos. I didn't even have the money. I was in there cleaning tools and apprenticing, as they would say, and learning how to draw or tracing stuff for other people and just helping out, and they would give me tattoos, so it was dope.
Can you do tattoos now?
Yeah.
Can you do?
I have a tattoo kit at home. I practice here and there on myself. I did a tattoo on myself just coloring the other day. Colored in some words that, were blank a little bit, tried it out. It's not that bad. I actually had some fun with it. I'm just waiting for my friends to come on, bro, and then I'm going to go ruin
I'll let
everybody.
you give me one. I'll if you want to.
I'm down. I think what I'm going to start doing on my next tour, I'm going to bring the gun, because a lot of people ask me to sign them. Yeah. And I'm be like, if you want me to sign you, got to let me tattoo you. So I'm going to just start tattooing, because I got my signature down point, so I don't have to really practice that over and over. So I'm going to just start putting little signatures on everybody. It's gonna be fun.
New single out that we're talking about right now. Lil Wayne, man. Ooh, this big.
It's big for me, man. It's my first time working with Lil Wayne. We've run into each other and have mutual friends. Shout out Mac Main, and we've all been cool with each other. But this was the first time I ever had a record that I felt like he would, annihilate. And I sent it to him, and it was one of those things where you send it off, and they tell you, okay, we can try, and we'll try to get it done, or try to fit in the time, or we'll see how it goes. And it was never really a confirmation. And then you wake up to that verse, and it just felt like Christmas. But it was right before Christmas, so it was definitely an early Christmas gift for me. And I was excited. Couldn't ask for more. And of course, you always wait, and you're like, oh man, this is why I want this, but hopefully he's into it and gives me a verse that he really likes. And I could tell he was really into the record, so it's dope.
So
too.
he does whatever he wants with it. He's got the music, does he? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
And then you're like, yo, Wayne, do whatever you want, and he comes back. Now, if you weren't happy with something, not that you were, would you be able to say,
No. You take it as it is.
Yeah, it's happened before too in the past, and you just accept what it is. I actually have somebody, I don't know if I want to bring up the name of the person because it might bring up different conversations, but back in the day when
Chris Brown?
No, Chris Brown. I always go to the studio, Chris Brown, and he kills it.
Okay.
R.Kelly.
I was about to ask you. I wasn't sure. Yeah, no, let's talk about it if you're cool with it.
We had a record, and when he had sent it back at first, I was like, oh man, I don't really like this as much, and actually sent it back, and actually got redone, which was surprising. But that's a whole nother story.
Do you want to talk about that?
I don't mind.
You got your view on that? We were talking about it earlier on the radio.
People speaking out, John Legend won.
Yeah.
The docuseries.
What do you know about the whole situation? Because, from a radio point of view, we've stopped playing it. A lot of radio stations across the country have now said, well, you know what? After what we've seen, even though they are allegations until proven in court, but for the time being, we've pulled it. Thoughts?
I've already made, my posts letting people know how I feel, because it's definitely against, what I stand for. So for me, I had to, of course, let people know, like, yo, I was never in the studio. I've never met this man ever in my life. And, you know, I was just doing music for myself and trying to make it out here as a star. So for me, you know, I definitely had some mixed emotions about it, but I didn't really know all those facts until I was able to watch and really see. Because, of course, you hear things. I'm not somebody who really leads on rumors. You know, I'll joke about rumors and stuff like that, but I've never, you know, I don't chill in Chicago. Like I said, I've never been to the studio. I've never met or heard any of these people's names, but seeing it, it was like,
yeah, it's disgusting. Crazy, right? Because it is that mixed emotion. You love the music, you love the voice.
Yeah.
Oh, all these songs that we grew up on, a lot of us.
Yeah, it's hard to connect that to that.
Right, but I think
you have to do it. You have to detach and say, you know what?
Yep.
I'm sorry, man. No matter how good you are.
I think the biggest detachment, well, because people always were like, you have to separate the music from the man, and I was like, but the music is about him and what he's doing, and you just didn't know. So it's kind of like I can't separate at this point because I don't even know what I'm listening to at this point. I could be supporting something that's completely against what I'm about.
Agreed.
So for me, you know, I definitely have taken a step back, and you know, I agree with everybody else as far as, you know, it's just disgusting.
Well, thank you for joining us here. What do you want to say to the Middle East, man? We're so honored that you've been hanging out here. We're glad that you're a little bit of an ambassador for Dubai, all right? We expect
I'm out
that.
here, man. I definitely feel like it's second home. Danny Neville tries to get me to every time I get here, I definitely stay longer.
Well, I was gonna ask you that. Have you been working with anyone within the Middle East? Is there anyone here? Like, you know, we love that Danny Neville is like our DJ for the Middle East.
Yeah.
He closes out Redfest DXB.
Hey.
Is there anything happening there, possibly?
I don't know. Is there anything happening there?
Let's make it happen.
I had my first studio session out here the other day, so that was cool.
Oh, nice.
Definitely, you know, get to come out. I think that's the thing too. Now, once I can come out here and actually work and feel, because I travel, but then I get homesick from just wanting to work. I need to work. I need to record. I need to, you know, do some interviews, shoot some music videos and stuff like that. So it's cool because, you know, Danny's to connect on that, and he keeps me busy. Because if not, I'll go crazy. I can't vacation too long.
Virgin Radio.